Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PR Dream. Today is Saturday, and it is build day 141. Yes, it's build day 141 on the construction schedule out at Villa FELIZ. And as you can see, we are back to normal. I have the GoPro today. We have the chickens cock-a-doodle-doing out here. And we have, it looks like it's going to be a wonderful day, and hopefully a continuation of yesterday. There's no wind this morning, and it's a great temperature. I'm extremely comfortable. Hopefully this continues on again for the rest of the day. I'm inspired today. Yesterday was such a good day, and remember we had a few days of like craziness with weather and rain and wind and things like that. But I think we're getting back to our normal schedule again here. So that inspires me, along with so many people who are making such wonderful comments on the my channel here. And I've been doing my best to be able to keep up with all of those questions and comments and suggestions, things like that. And I thank you all for those. So I want to talk about my late uploads. I know a lot of people are making comments about the uploads aren't coming on the same time that I normally do, and it's not because of me, because I'm getting them out on time. I'm actually doing the uploading at the normal time, but what I'm noticing over the last, now it's either 3 or 4 days, it seems like when they load, when most of the people are online now, doing their video chats and audio chats and chats and things like that, it seems like it's putting a load on the system before, and it should not be affected with fiber, but I have a feeling PLDT has rerouted something, and there's some congestion going on, because I noticed last night, I stayed up very late last night, and at 12:30 last night I noticed the bits were flying, and I was able to get the upload out last night instead of early this morning. But when I started the upload around 7:30, it took 30 minutes to go 1%. So I have a feeling it's a PLDT issue and not a YouTube issue, and I don't know how to address that to let them know that their quality of service it seems like it's being ported to different protocols, like chat protocols, IRQ protocols, instead of FTP protocols. Anyway, that's technical gibberish inside there, and that's not what we're about today. So let's go ahead and get out to the job site and get the day started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Good morning. What is that? Oh, no thank you. I already had breakfast, but enjoy. Hey, Mark. What are you doing? What are you eating? Well, I know that. I know that sausage. Oh, you have lots of puppies back here. Look at all your puppies. Look at all your puppies. Hi, guys. And you have a duck in your house. I'll see you later. What are you doing? Good morning. Are you out for a... No, I'm going to walk, but thank you anyway. What are you just playing today? Morning, Lola Janet.
Yes.
How are you today? Oh, everybody. But how come you're the only one that's not sick around here? What are you doing right?
I'm eat plenty.
Oh, you eat plenty. Is that the key to staying healthy?
Yes.
Oh, you know, that's what my wife says. You know what my wife says? When somebody has a little bit of a belly, she says they're healthy. Right? Right? How are you today? What are you making tonight?
Pork chop.
Pork chop? You making pork chops?
Pork chop, adobo.
Pork chop adobo is, but that's not like pork adobo. It's pork chop adobo.
I will put tomatoes.
Okay. Okay. I will. Yeah, make me one of those. I would like that. All right. Thanks, Tess.
Pala tinatawag niya.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Juliana. How are you today? Oh.
Hi.
Oh, you're walking today. Right? Salamat. Good morning. Where is Amber today? Is she here? Ah, I haven't seen you forever. That's a beautiful picture. You have beautiful pictures on your phone. Can we see what you have? Oh, that's your family. Here. Okay, yeah, I got. Okay, here. Okay. Okay. All right, sweetie. I have to go. I have to. Your bicycle. Can you blow me a kiss? Okay. Okay. Morning, Cal. So anyway, I'm looking at the clouds over here, and that's from the west. The east, everything is nice and clear, and that's the way it was this morning when I woke up. But these are rain clouds over here. So it could be that could be bad news. Yeah, it could be real bad news. Wow. I want you to look at the Ramadan plant, and this is at Manny's place. Look at all the healthy looking Ramadan there. Ah, beautiful. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today? How are you today? How's the boy doing?
He's already.
Why is everybody looking down here? What's going on down here? Oh, the plaster. Plaster. Oh, the plaster coat. Oh, oh no! Oh, this is not good. A minor setback. Well, there's only one reason why they would have door jambs unpacked. It means they're ready to install a door jam. We'll follow that today. So you're probably wondering why he's slinging dry the cement mix, the Portland cement, on the wet plaster that's on there. Well, what that does, it helps it dry faster and keeps it from crawling. They have the crawling effect that you saw when all the rain hit it and it started falling down. The way to speed it up and to speed up the curing process is to sling it on like that. Hey, how are you today? Huh? How are you today? How are you today? Does he have a name? Japanese name?
Oh, hapon.
Hapon?
Like it.
Him? That's his name, Hapon? Alright, so his name is Hapon. Hey Hapon. Who named him Hapon? So what you see they're doing here, the rebar that was initially put inside, it didn't go out far enough. So they're gonna do an extension on these for the ledges that are going on here, so the ledges have enough support. And there will be concrete that will end up going on the top when they do the casement for the windows. So it should have full cement and rebar support so that they don't fall off. Both? How awesome. So he said our second set of columns came out very good. So you want, and especially for the cistern, for anything, for the house and the cistern, columns, it's very important to have the integrity without honeycombing, especially at the connection from the base, whether it's in the base of the column to the beam, or the base of the column to the slab in the very bottom. And for here it's important because we want to make sure that we don't have any air gaps, although it will be covered up with a plaster coat and it will be just like a septic tank. It will hold and retain water inside there. You want the least amount of voids as possible, and I think we had good pours on these 4 so far. Then we have 2 more here that have to be done, and I think the forms will get done today, these 2. So anyway, you can see Bahay Kubo Garden is actually doing quite well. I haven't gone back and looked at the earlier videos when we first started planting out here. I had a calculation based on Manny's estimate about the coconut trees, and he was saying, I think he was saying in 6 months they would be almost, I don't know, it seemed to me he said like 2 meters or something like that. Well, they're not 2 meters. The seedlings are still not much bigger than they were when they started. If you remember, I put most of the seedlings, the coconut seedlings, these and all these back here, all these seedlings, they're inside plastic containers. They're like planter containers. And the roots are being restricted right now. So that could have a potential reason why they're not growing so tall as quite as much. I think what I'll do is, I don't think I'll do it today, but one day when I get a chance, I'm going to pull one of them out and we'll look and see what the root ball looks like on one of them to make sure that they're not too constricted, and maybe we need to go to a bigger size container like you would normally do as plants are growing. You see the the grapevines, all these grapevines, they were underwatered. I did not have, I pulled them out of the bag the other day, and we've had a couple of really dry days, and I watered them yesterday, and this one, I don't know, one of these over here, we started to get a little bit of a drought condition on it. So I still haven't decided what I want to do with this. We have plenty of residual bamboo. You see all the bamboo over here. I'm saving all the bamboo. All the bamboo is going to be used for the garden in the back. You can do all kinds of stuff with bamboo. If you look at some of the earlier episodes when we passed by the house where Jerry is doing all the yard work, and he built the shade with all the bamboo for all the plants that need a little bit of shading from the hot heats of the summer sun here in the Philippines. And that was one of the most beautiful gardens we have out here as far as productivity goes. And so we will take advantage of it. We will not throw away any of the bamboo. And what I would like to do again, and I'm putting it off a little bit, but it's kind of a mess here, and they're using this for construction, so I don't really know where to put it. For these grapevines, we're going to set up about 6 poles, and we'll run some wire, and we will allow the grapevines to start vining themselves, and we might even get some grapes this year. It's not beyond the scope of when these, because these grow very quickly once you get them inside the ground. It might take 2 growing seasons. I don't remember. I did muscadine. Muscadine is a grape that is grown in South Carolina, and it's not a good eating grape, but it's a good grape for making wine. But it's a different taste than like if you get wines that are coming from like South Africa or Germany or France or something like that. It has a unique taste to it. So anyway, we will try to work with these when we get an opportunity. So as you can see, when I arrived out here today, even though the rain, the sky just opened up, and it was only maybe a 10-minute, but it was 10 minutes worth of cats and dogs raining, like I usually say when we have this heavy rain, and it did a little bit of damage to the plaster coat that they're doing in the stairwell over there. They didn't prepare for that, and that's one of those kind of things. To me, if I see clouds that are approaching really quick, I want to be prepared, so I would have probably had some cover over it, but they're working down there, and they probably didn't see it coming up. It crept up very, very fast, as you saw. So anyway, everybody's doing their things. We have people. We have the roofing team today. Again, we have the stair team member, the sole stair team member. Everybody's doing plaster work on the first floor, plaster work on the outside, plaster work on the stairwell, skim coat in the basement, and the cistern. You see they're starting to mix again. They will do those last 2 columns, I hope, today, so we have all of them done. And then they've already started on a concrete hollow block for the wall. So the cistern is going to go up very fast, and I'm glad about that. I want to get that done and out of the way. So anyway, I need to update my visitor log over here. You know, yesterday we got visited by it was Henry and Melissa. They live in South Korea. Henry is a teacher. I'm pretty sure he's a teacher there. But they came by yesterday, and those are the folks who had me running late, which I feel so bad because I had a birthday party to go to yesterday. But when you have guests, you can't ignore guests. And I had a birthday party and it was Dell. You know Dell from inside town. So I stopped by her place this morning on the way leaving, and I gave her my fondest apologies, and I told her I would make her up to it. So I'm going to get dinner for the entire family and let them know. I was just felt so bad about that. So anyway, I need to take Pedro and Josefina's name off. They're done. Let me find my little. So I need to do some updates. So our visitors from Arizona, they came and they went, and that was a delightful visit. I received a message from Alan this morning from Scotland. He's doing his plans, his itinerary for the flight over, and I gave him my information, and Alan is going to come visit us here. And that's going to be interesting. I haven't gotten anybody from Scotland yet, and I know there's some more people on my list, and I need to update from my I keep on my iPhone, I have an area of visitors to Villa FELIZ, and I transfer that information from my emails and private messages over to the whiteboard here in Bahay Kubo. So let me get the work office set up here in Bahay Kubo, and then we'll get back to work over on the real job. Let's do a quick halftime report for everybody takes a nap and does their siesta. You see the plaster coat on the stairwell is getting almost finished here. It'll be finished probably an hour after lunch. And the electricians are still doing stuff upstairs, mostly upstairs area. The skim coat's still being done here in the basement area. Let's walk upstairs for a moment. Of course, our stairway guy is still working on the stairway. Also, you see, this is all fresh plaster coat here on the column that goes out to, it's the column in the center between dining room, kitchen, great room, and the sunroom. So they're finishing up this area here as well. And on the outside, almost done on the outside. I thought they were going to be done yesterday, but that was a very optimistic view on my part. So we are down to this one right here. They'll do, the only thing they have to do here now is the brush strokes on this one right here. They're almost there. Just a few more minutes worth of work on this area, and the entire section on the west side of the house will be complete. And then we still have the column on both sides. Whoa, that column's done over there on that side. So then we have this column on this side, and then most of the west side, except for the lanai and this column over here, will be done. Maybe it will get done today. Who knows? And the final part of the halftime report is this ledge poured, this ledge poured, and this bottom ledge over here poured. So all the ledges for the east side of the house on the lower side are done. The top one, I don't know when they're going to do the top one. We'll get to it when we get to it. So I'm going to go get something to eat. I did bring PBJ today, but I also have some ramen noodles, and I had a banana. So I got a good lunch. I'm good to go for lunch today. So let me go grab a bite to eat. Could be siestas in my future. I don't know. So let me get over there real quick and get lunch started. I think something's not pulling their share of the weight. So I believe I'm going to go to Wilkine tomorrow up at Alabang, and I'm going to look at some tiles. My builder, he sent me these, he sent me this, and I made them into, this is part of a PDF file. And this is the layout of all, is the basement, the first floor, and the second floor, with the dimensions and some of the recommended tile sizes. We have the tile sizes in each one that he put down there, and those are the tile sizes that he did when we established our bill of materials and specific prices on certain tiles on these certain sizes. So these are kind of my guidelines. It doesn't mean that I have to stay within those guidelines. It just means if it costs more, I got to pay more, and if it costs less, I get a discount. I get it deducted from the final costing of the house. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some measurements with, I got a tape measure over there, and I'm going to walk around some of the rooms inside the house and see if I just get an imagination of what the actual tile size is going to look like inside there. And then I'm going to take a few notes, and if there's changes, I'm going to go with that, and we'll go shopping, I think, tomorrow for some tiles. So anyway, when you are selecting tiles for your house, there's a lot of little tricks of the trade. Certain tricks of the trade I wasn't aware of, and I was talking with my architect, who's also my builder, as you know. And we started talking about different ways to make like small rooms look larger and things like that. Of course, this isn't a giant space that we have right here. So you also have to, when you have rooms that are meeting other rooms, this room meeting the sunroom, and let's see, and then the sunroom meeting the deck on the back, the patio area, there are things that you want to do to make it more attractive. And these are things like making sure that the tile edges, they all match up, and that's when it's important to select sizes that will work with other sizes. Case in point is like this. We have options of like in this area right here, We can do 60 by 60. We can do 40 by 120. We can do 60 by 120. Now, when you're doing these and you're matching up with the next room, you're going and you want the lines to all line up, you have to use similar measurements on that. So if we were to use, let's say, 60 by 120 inside here, 60 this way and 120 in this direction right here, we could use 30 by 30 tiles inside the next one, because 30 and 30 equals 60. And these tiles there's not going to be grouts inside there, because grout, when you put grout inside, they tend to get discolored, and they become awful after years of washing and cleaning and things like that. Even if you put things like stain resistant sealant inside there, after time, because you have to apply that year after year after year, to get away with that, you can get tiles these days that meet right up with each other, and they're perfect matches, and nothing goes in between them, and it makes it a very clean install, and in my opinion, it looks better. So again, it's important to make sure that your tiles match up when you're designing not just one room, that you think about the next room that you are deciding on a tile size and a tile style to match with what you have in another room. And that's what we're working on right now. Well, it is 4:53 on a Saturday, and even though it's not quite 5 o'clock, it's been a hard work week for these guys. So they're all kind of everybody's slowly breaking here for the end of the week, and they work really hard. I want to kind of go over what I was thinking that was going to get done today, and did get done, and the things that didn't get done. So let's take a walk around and look at, and let's also talk about what was accomplished for the whole week. So let's start with the basement down here. Today, you saw the worker taking care of this area right here, which is the side of the stairwell going down. Remember, it was kind of a disaster this morning with the rain that came down. We lost a lot of plaster, but we recovered exceptionally well, and it is very smooth. You see right here, this entire area, it looks really, he did a really nice job of this. And of course, this will end up being finished, and we'll have I think paint is what we'll be using on there, and this is gonna be so nice and clean. Look, you can see this is evolving. And can you imagine once that's painted and we have tiles in here and we have rails, it's going to be a very nice stairway going down into the basement. Also, inside the basement all day long today, continuing on skim coat, skim coat, skim coat. You can see, I think they finished for the first coat, and they did. First coat here. And you notice this is open. They did not do the edge all the way around here, because we're gonna box in this room inside of here. All that area that does not have it, it's gonna be a drop down, and there's gonna be lights inside there. It's gonna be can lights. All the way around is gonna be like that in these two rooms right here. Because these two rooms here are gonna give us some options to do something with this later on, other than it just being an open area for the vehicle and for a workshop and just an open area. So we have options inside of this room right here. You can see leaning up here, we have door jambs. We have 3 door jambs, and we have 1, 2, 3 doors here. There will be a door here, but this is going to be a steel door. We're going to have a steel security door here. Even though we're going to have security all the way around, we're going to have like security on top of security on top of security. You can never have too much security. And this will be this bathroom door will be totally different right here. So let's walk. I think somebody's having a good time. And rightly so, they worked hard this week. So let's walk upstairs real quick and see what's going on out here. Of course, we know that the guys back in the cistern, we're working on the cistern all day. This is one of those things where I predicted something was going to happen, and it did not happen, but other things happened back here. So what I'm talking about on the cistern, I thought those 2 remaining columns were going to get poured today. Well, they didn't even put up any of the formwork to those two columns. You see, we just still have a rebar coming out. But what they focused on here, they focused on concrete hollow block over here and concrete hollow block on this side over here. So they worked on that, and they did some backfill, trying to tamp in some of the soil, so we have even pressure on both sides. We're going to have pressure trying to push out, and we'll have that pressure. Hopefully we have equalization of pressure in our cistern side here, so we don't have any problem with cracks and ruptures or anything like that. That's what was worked on all day here. You also see there is a little change to the truss system. You see it's being beefed up. You can see it on the front. You have the cross members, and we'll get a little closer look for the truss work. I did not do drone footage today. I don't want to do drone footage every single day, then every 2 or 3 days, and because if I do it every single day, you'll only see subtle differences of what's going on. But I want to be able to show dramatic differences when we have additions to the roofing system and some of the exteriors of the house. So maybe Monday, if it's a nice day, maybe Monday we'll do a drone shot up there as well. But you can see the truss system up there right now. It's different from what it was yesterday. They have all the the reinforcement inside there between the two angle irons up there. As well, on the east side of the house, we have 3 ledges that were poured today that I showed you earlier. I think those were done early on. I think at lunchtime we talked about that. So we have that done. And of course, we cannot forget about all the plaster work that got done today. We completed this entire area. And remember, my prediction this morning was we should have most of the west side of the house completed. And am I right? We had everything on this side here. All this is done. That was done yesterday and the day before. The only thing that did not get done, we have one column. You see the column, I don't want to fall down, slide into the garage. But we have this one column down here in the bottom. Once that gets done, because it's done on that side, once this side gets done, this entire side of the house, this entire side, which is that's our main area when it comes to concrete hollow block. The biggest amount of exposure is on the west side over here, and this is going to be glass, remember, so we're not going to be doing that. But they set up the trim lines, or the level lines. You see, I don't know if you could see it. There's a level line right there and a level line right there, and they had one, I think, or they have to start one over there. And what that will do is that will define the end of the walls, the end of the beam, the end of the column, and they'll fill those out, and then it will be prepared for them to come out and do the measurements for the glass that we're going to be installing in the sunroom. So we're getting there. And again, more plaster work on this side in preparation for Monday. So right here, and a few splats here and there. So which tells me that one of the priorities for plaster on Monday is going to be the north side of the house, which is going to be the dining room, the remainder of the sunroom area out here, and it's done over here. That's the lanai, for the private lanai for the other bedroom back there, and we just have the some of the column support over there, which is going to be very little level of effort to get that done. But if they actually worked on it, we could be complete probably by I'm saying by Tuesday. I'm gonna make a prediction. Tuesday, this entire area, maybe Wednesday, this entire area right here, and this whole side of the house. So we've got the east side done, we've got the south side done, we've got almost all of the west side done, and then the north side is the only remaining part. And then we have small areas like the outside of the, I don't know if you can see the outside of the stairwell that's on the north side, and and this little area right here, which will take no time for them to get this completed. So by next week, by closing of next week, I will say all of the exterior, I'm going to make a prediction, all of the exterior of the house is going to be completed with plaster. And then we'll be focusing on the inside. And by the end of the week, probably 2 weeks from now, right about 2 weeks, most of the truss work, I think the truss work will be very close to completion. And then roofing material starts going on. This is exciting. So anyway, it is the end of the day. Let me close out. And it is not only the end of the day, it's the end of the week. And what a productive week we had. It started out horrible. Do you remember with the wind and the rain and all the craziness that went on? But we had a couple of days, this last couple of days, very productive, very short amount of bad weather. And like I said this morning, we had that freak storm that kind of came through, but it went through really quick. And anyway, so it was a very productive week. And I'm very happy with what we had taken here this week. Tomorrow is Sunday. My plans for tomorrow, I have my house helper coming over, and she will be doing some cleaning around the house, doing some laundry and things like that. But when she is done, and she usually comes very early, she comes, I have a set schedule of 7 o'clock, but she's usually there around 6:40. So I have to get up early even on Sundays. But when she gets done, she completes her work, I plan on going into Alabang, into Wilcon, and start doing tile selection. If you are interested and would like to join me for that, let me know. I will hopefully have this video uploaded tonight. And if you guys want to watch tile selection or look at the things that I'm looking at, I'll do a special Sunday episode. So anyway, one more thing before we close for the weekend. I want to do a belated birthday wish. This is a belated birthday wish to Bill Garber. You remember Bill and his aunt Lori Hanchett, they came out to visit me. If you look the visitors to Villa Feliz, that playlist, they came out to visit back in it was sometime at the end of May, I believe. And Daniel Hanchett is his uncle. And Daniel said, don't forget Bill's birthday was on Friday. So anyway, happy belated birthday, and it was so nice having you guys here, and you have a wonderful birthday weekend. Well, anyway, let me finally close for today. If you enjoyed today's video, if you found it informative, if you found it the least bit entertaining, please give me a thumbs up, please share, and if you haven't subscribed, just click on the little My PI Dream in the bottom right hand side of your screen, and you will be a subscriber, and you will get the latest notifications each time I upload a new video. So until Sunday, if you're interested, or Monday, I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend.